Ladies and gentlemen, it is Sam's birthday today, and in today's video, we're going to be abusing Sam's birthday to get a bunch of crazy rewards in Roblox Grow a Garden. I'm going to be showing you guys how you can go ahead and take full advantage of this to get yourself infinite crazy amounts of seeds, maybe even the new transcended Crimson Thorn seed, who knows. Let's go ahead and find out in today's video, but as always guys, drop a like, subscribe. We are trying to get to 400,000 subscribers. If you guys want to help me get there, I would really appreciate you hitting that red subscribe button. Anyways, let's get straight into this video. So as you guys can see, if you go ahead and log into the game today on the 8th of October, that's right, yes, the 8th of October, you are gonna see all of this over Sam, and this means that it is Sam's birthday, and this also means we as players are gonna get a lot of free rewards from Sam. So as you guys can see in the bottom right, it says birthday for Sam today, feed them cake to get a reward. Now, if you guys did not know, yes, you can actually make cake inside of Grow a Garden, and all you need to actually go ahead and make yourself cake in Grow a Garden is to go over to the cosmetics NPC right over here. And once you guys go ahead and head over to the cosmetics NPC, you can actually go ahead and purchase yourself a cooking pot. Now, you guys probably already know what a cooking pot is. It is from the cooking event, but what most people don't know is cooking is actually still in the game. Yes, that is right guys, cooking is still here. It is still very much in the game, and you can actually go ahead and purchase yourself a cooking pot from right over here. Obviously it is not in stock right now, but sometimes it is in stock. Now, your second option to go ahead and get yourself a cooking pot is slightly harder, but honestly guys, it is quite easy, is to go into your garden guide right here on the left hand side, go over to achievements, and then go over to core plant achievements. Make sure you go over to core plant achievements, and once you guys do that, simply go over to common achievements, and as you guys can see inside of common achievements, you can actually get yourself a cooking kit. This is exactly what we need to actually make Sam a bunch of food. So make sure you guys go ahead and unlock yourself a cooking kit. All you need to do to unlock this is to complete all of these 5 challenges, and guys, these are so freaking easy. Gift 1 carrot. I'm sorry, but a toddler can do this if they try hard enough. So make sure you guys go ahead and complete these, and as you guys saw right there, you are gonna get yourself a cooking kit if you go ahead and complete all 5 of these achievements. It should take you less than 10 minutes. Honestly guys, it is very easy to do. And once you guys go ahead and complete all of that, if you go over to your cosmetics inventory, which is gonna be this button in the top left hand side, you will have a cooking kit inside of your inventory, as you guys can see right over here. Oh my god, I am stuck inside the cooking kit. Okay, embarrassing, but anyways, excuse me Mr. Chipmunk, but you can now go ahead and cook inside of the game. There you go. Step number 1 has been completed. Step number 2 is to now actually go ahead and cook the cake. Now for this, you can't just go ahead and spam a bunch of recipes inside here. No guys, you have to go ahead and put in a specific recipe to actually make cake in Grow a Garden. So if you go back to my garden guide, go over to food, as you guys can see, I actually have cake unlocked right over here, and here is all of the recipe you need. So first things first, you are gonna need a icing, then you're gonna need a bread, then you're gonna need a filling, and you're gonna need a fruit. So any of these items from icing, any one of them, go ahead and pick them. So anything you have from this, go ahead and pick it. Secondly, you're gonna need a bread, and for bread, we only have corn in the entire game, so you are gonna need 1 corn. For filling, you're gonna need any of these items. It could literally be, once again, anything from here. It could be a watermelon, it could be a mango, it could be a blueberry. Any one of these from this category works, so don't worry about it. And finally, we're gonna need a fruit. So once again, go ahead and pick any of these fruits from any of these categories. So let's go ahead and start this off with a icing. So I think I have myself I have a blueberry. Okay, I have a bunch of blueberries. So let's go ahead and sorry, I had a brain fart there, but let's go ahead and collect a blueberry. There you go, and we're gonna go ahead and submit this. Now I recommend having a lot of mutations on your blueberry, also making it huge. This actually does affect the way it works, and it also affects the rewards you get. So make sure you guys make your blueberry huge. Make sure you guys go ahead and put a bunch of mutations on them before you collect it too, just so you guys have the highest chance of getting the best rewards. So as you guys can see, I have a bunch of mutations on my blueberry. It is not the biggest blueberry in the world, but honestly guys, it does not really matter. I mean, it does matter, but for me, for this video, for the sake of actually getting this video out on time, I'm just gonna go ahead and use this basic blueberry. So let's go ahead and submit that in there. By the the way, if you enter anything wrong, you can go ahead and click this red empty button, and as you guys can see, that's going to clear out all of the ingredients, and you're going to get them back in your inventory, and then you can put them back in. But anyways, there you go. We have gone ahead and put our blueberry in there. Let's go ahead and look at what the next item is, which is a bread, which is going to be corn, plain and simple. Once again, I'm going to try and get myself a huge corn just so we can actually try and get a big cake. You know what I mean? Just so we can get as many rewards as possible. And this is honestly perfect. This is a big corn. Let's go ahead and put that back in there. Moving on, the next thing we need is a filling, and for filling we have a lot of options here. Now I don't really have any of these in my garden. Now this is a problem. Oh wait, we have strawberry. Okay, thank God. I thought I had none of these, bro. I was gonna start panicking for a second. But let's go ahead and collect a random strawberry and put that inside our pot. There you go. And now we just need one last item, which is gonna be our fruit, and I think I'm just gonna use a simple old tomato for this. So as you guys can see, I literally just made this recipe with the most basic plants you can get inside of Grow a Garden, and honestly, you are gonna get yourself a bunch of cake using this. But anyways, I'm gonna use a gold tomato for this once again to get the highest chance to get the best rewards out of this. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen, your soup or whatever this is should go ahead and turn purple, and once it has, go ahead and hit that cook button. And as you guys can see, we have to go ahead and wait 13 minutes for this to be done. Now you can obviously go ahead and skip this. I would recommend it. It's like 40 Robux for basically nothing. So let's just let this cook in the background, and you can actually get yourself multiple cooking kits. Once again, if you buy one from the shop right there, you get to keep it, and if you get yourself one from the achievements right here, you also get to keep it. So you can actually get 2 cooking kits inside of Grow a Garden if you guys want to. Obviously you don't need to, but we have 2 kits, so why not go ahead and make full use of them and try and make a second cake just so that we have something to compare against in case the first cake gets burnt or something. I'm just kidding, that doesn't really happen. But anyways, let's go ahead and try it out right now. Once again, the food we need is going to be icing, bread, filling, and fruit. So starting off with the icing, this time I'm going to use something different. Okay, this time for icing, I guess we'll use strawberry because that is what I have available, and I did see a big strawberry right there. So let's try and use this bigger strawberry. Oop, okay, I was cooking something inside of this. It was a smoothie. All right, let me just put that back in my inventory. But anyways, let's go ahead and put this strawberry in there, and as you guys can see, this has jumped the timer to 19 minutes. Yeah, the bigger the plant, the more time it is going to take to cook, so keep that in mind, guys. But maybe we can try and get that lowered down, but we'll see. Anyways, moving on, next up we need corn. Once again, I'm going to try and use a bigger corn just to get the highest chance to actually obtain the biggest reward out of Sam. So let's go ahead and obtain this, submit that in there, and oh my god, it has jumped to 24 seconds. My god. Okay, anyways, moving on. Next up, we need a filling, and I think I can go ahead and use coconut for filling, right? Okay, no, we can use a blueberry, so let's just go ahead and use a large blueberry, hopefully, for the filling, which we don't really seem to have a large blueberry. That is quite disappointing. I really want a bigger one, just so we can get a bigger cake. So maybe what I can do is just place down a Grand Master Sprinkler next to this, or you know what, actually a Master Sprinkler should do just fine. I don't want to waste my Grand Master Sprinklers in this, because I know you guys are going to complain in the comments down below, so don't worry guys, I got you. But let's just go ahead and wait for a large blueberry to start growing here. It should happen quite soon, and while we wait for that to happen, let's wait for a big coconut too, and I see one right over there. That one should be big enough. Now the problem is, how do I actually get to it? Okay, I think a harvest tool should do fine. Let me just go ahead and collect that. There you go. And here we have it. It is a 41 kg coconut. Okay, this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. And as you guys can see, we have a bunch of decently sized blueberries too, so we'll just go ahead and collect one of these. Honestly, I don't really care. But yeah, this one is big enough. Let's just go ahead and plop this in. And as you guys can see, that actually reduced our timer down to 14 minutes. So yeah, if you do enter in a smaller plant, it does reduce the timer sometimes. But I think once we enter this in, it should go back to 20 minutes. Yeah, there you go. Anyways, let's go ahead and hit the cook button on this and wait for that to cook up too. And as you guys can see, we are almost done with our first batch of cake too. So yeah, this is going well. This is going very, very well. Now, additionally, you can go ahead and use a bunch of pets to get yourself boosts, like I believe the gorilla, whatever that thing was called. Right, the gorilla chef. This guy is pretty decent too, as long as players have a cooking pot or a cooking cauldron in their garden. The gorilla cooks in it and grants a 5 to 10% chance to duplicate food on cook. So if you guys want to farm this event out completely, you can go ahead and do this using using the Chef Gorilla, because yeah, this guy will duplicate your plants, which is very, very useful. I believe there is also other pets in the game that do help with the cooking event. Once again, I can't remember them off the top of my head, but honestly guys, these pets don't really make much of a difference. So unless you guys are really farming out this event, I wouldn't even bother getting these. Unless you guys have them, then use them. If you don't have them, don't go looking for them. They're not that worth it, okay? Anyways, let's go ahead and wait this 7 minutes and actually collect this thing, because yeah, I don't want to miss Sam's birthday, to be completely real with you guys. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just skip this timer for 40 Robux. Once again, I don't recommend you guys doing this. I just have a lot of Robux that I like throwing away to Jandal. But once you guys go ahead and complete this, as you guys can see, your cake is done cooking. Let's go ahead and collect this. I really hope that this is big. Wait, what? I got something lucky there. Anyways, let's see the size of this thing. Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, this cake is pretty decently sized, but I'm not gonna go ahead and submit it just yet, because I do want to wait for this one to be done too, which is gonna take 20 minutes. I ain't waiting all that time, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and collect this right now too. There you go, ladies and gentlemen, your cake is done cooking. Now, if you do somehow use a wrong recipe, you are not gonna get a cake, because once again, there is so many other cooking items in Grow a Garden. So make sure you guys go ahead and follow the recipe exactly like I showed you guys. It should start with the icing first, then the bread, then the filling, and then the fruit. You gotta go in this exact order, I believe. If you don't go in this order, then there will be some trouble. So make sure you guys go ahead and follow this exact order, or there is gonna be issues. But yeah, anyways, once you guys go ahead and do that, there you go. You are gonna have your cake, and we got a lucky cook. One of your plant mutations carried over to your food. So that is good news for us. Oh my god, my screen just went crazy. But yeah, that is good news for us, because it means that we're gonna get better rewards from Sam. But as you guys can see, look at the size of this cake, and let's go ahead and submit this and see how well this actually does. So this cake is actually a Moonlit Wet Legendary Coconut Strawberry Blueberry Corn Cake, which is about 8 kg. So let's go ahead and submit it to Sam. Here you go, Mr. Sam, and we got ourselves a giant pinecone seed. Guys, that is a prismatic seed we just got for free. And yeah, guys, it's absolutely crazy. You can get some crazy rewards. Once again, make sure you go ahead and put a bunch of mutations on your cake, put a bunch of weight on your cake. Weight matters a lot, guys, so make sure you guys go ahead and get huge plants to actually do this event with. Once again, you can just go ahead and place down a master sprinkler, a godly sprinkler, you know, all of the sprinklers down, make your plants huge, and then put them inside of the machine there. Unfortunately, you only get one try to actually submit this cake. As you guys can see, if you try submitting it again, you can't really do it. So yeah, it is quite sad that you can only do this event one time, but again, they can't make it too OP. But if you guys found this video even just slightly helpful, guys, please hit that like and subscribe button. We're trying so hard to get to 400,000 subscribers, so if you guys want to help me get to 400k, hit that subscribe button. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. If you did, comment down cake. Let's see how many of you actually made it here. I appreciate you guys watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.